Okay, so I really needed to do this because it was fucking insane, to be honest. So basically what happened last night was I came back from adjudicating at the state high school, adjudicating grade 10 debates, whatnot, and I basically came back, took the Chermside bus, arrived at Chermside bus station as per usual, and I'm getting off the bus and I start moving towards the bike area, the bike rack area. And at this moment, there's nobody in the bus station. The bus is leaving. He's going off to the depot, and I'm just walking. I've got my backpack on. I'm just moving along, and there's this guy. This I don't really think about it at the time, but he had a black hoodie on, white pants, like basically a skinhead of the night. And I'm walking towards him, and at, at the time, like I'm very uncomfortable with doing so, like because I'm the only person in the bus station. It's about 10:30 at night, and I'm walking up, and as I'm reaching past him, he's got his one hand in his pocket, two hands in his pocket, right, and that just made me flippy. So I'm just trying to move a bit to the side. There's only so much you can move in this pathway, like it's about 3 meters wide, and so yeah. And he fucking pulls a knife on me, and I shit you not, this is actually a true. This actually happened last night. Pulls out his knife, and he's like, "Give me your money." And I fucking froze. I swear to God, I was like, I knew, like, I had my suspicions. I wasn't like expecting him to pull a fucking knife on me, but he does, and he's like he's like he's a white skinned head with like short, really hair. And at this time, my heart's just started going like really hard, like beating, like flipping out. And so I freeze and I go. Three things just basically rush to my head. Firstly, give him your fucking wallet, like he asked. Give me your money. I was like, give him your wallet. Second, run as fast as you can in the other direction. And then thirdly, basically fight for this. Like, don't, like, defend yourself. And so I act really shocked, frozen. So I'm like hands up in the air, like whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, okay, chill. Like he's like, give me your money, give me, like, fucking coming out of his eyes and shit. And sorry for the language, but this is insane. And so adrenaline's kicking in, and I go three options, just basically like sprint through my head, like rush. Like I'm not saying I'm like I thought like Sherlock Holmes in the space of a second or two, but the first one was like, give him your money, but in my wallet I've only got my credit card. I've got no money in it. I'm not gonna give him coins, and that's just gonna want him to give me more. And I didn't want to give him my backpack and everything. That's got my keys, my phone, and everything in it. And that's probably what he was wanting to get at the end. Second thing was run the other direction, but this guy looked pretty nervous, and I don't know. You can never, like, running away from a situation is never a smart idea, because if what happens is they chase up to you, and I know I can run pretty fast, but in this situation I wasn't thinking too straight. I probably could have outrun him, but I had to go back because my bike was there, and I'd rather not run all the way back a kilometer back to my house at 11 o'clock at night on the deserted streets. And I know it's a pretty safe neighborhood, but anyway, so spur of the moment, I've gone to option 3, basically defend yourself for this. Now, those of you who don't know me, I did Taekwondo for about 3-4 years, and it doesn't mean shit, to be honest. Like, I was a black belt, I broke boards and stuff like that, but that doesn't mean anything. Like, when you're in, like, you know the basics, you know what to do and stuff like that. So essentially, my mind flashed back straight to this one Christmas session. It's weird what the situations do to you, and it flashed back to this one Christmas session. Like, it was just me and this other black belt and another black belt, and like the master, like the coach. And we were talking about knife defense and what happens when someone pulls a knife into you. And that session's always remained with me, because it was one thing that we just practiced all night. Because if there's the one most scenario that's going to happen is someone's going to pull a fucking knife on you. And so, and basically, yeah, so that session popped straight back into my head. And like, in Taekwondo, in self-defense, you taught three things. First is distract, react, and then incapacitate. So, or react, distract, incapacitate, depending upon the situation. Those three things. So I've got my backpack on my shoulders. I am standing up like this, and the guy's basically got the knife. Like, I'll use my pen. He's basically got it right, like this far away from me at about waist level. So he's like standing here, like that, with his like right hand. So like this for me. and I've got my hands up. And then at that moment, I don't know. I looked in his eyes, and they were like jittery a bit, and I don't know if he was drugged or whatever. I really honestly don't give a shit, because when somebody's got a knife to you, asking for your money, you're not gonna. Um, sorry, I'm just thinking of it last night. It's pretty fucked up. Anyway, so I come in like from the top here. I come straight in with my left hand, so knock it away. Because as I remember being taught, knock it away from you so the knife doesn't impact. And then I come in with my second hand, and like we were always taught that the thumb area is the weakest area compared to the four fingers. So as he comes in, his hand is like it's hard to explain. Sorry, like that. His hand's like that. So I come in with both hands, and I basically pry on his thumb side and pry it open. So his arm is literally gone from like that. The knife falls out because he's opened up his grip, because his wrist is about to break. If I'm pushing any harder, he like releases it in order to compensate. And as I'm doing this, I've lifted up my right foot, and basically he was standing about shoulder width apart with his legs, and I basically just go straight with my foot into his groin area, and he like reacts to that. So he basically collapses in, and I've got full control now. And the next move, I really didn't. I kind of regret doing it, to be honest. Um, sorry, kind of regret doing it because of it did go a little too far than I thought it would. But I remember incapacitating um, whoever's attacking you. So the next thing, so he's reacted, and I don't know if he's going to come back from this or not. So basically what I've done is I've kept going with my left arm, and I've actually brought my right arm, and I've actually like lifted his elbow, so like that, and I've lifted his elbow to that point, and his body was just too slow to react to it, and I just hear his shoulder crunch. In a sense, it wasn't at his elbow area. His shoulder just kind of crunched up, and he just screamed in agony. At that point, we were still alone in the bus area, and at that point, adrenaline is just in my veins, and I know that after I've done that, I don't need to do anything more. I basically grab him by around here, around the collar, and basically throw him up against the side of the wall. He kind of drops, and I bolt towards where my bike is. I see he's not moving anywhere, and I see he's not moving. So at that point, I go, shit. Well, he might actually be really, really hurt, and he's not going to chase me with a probably dislocated shoulder. So, but nonetheless, I quickly, like, I'm shaking. I've got my keys and stuff, and I'm trying to unlock my bike, which is about 50 meters away from where it was, and it's in a locked up cage, but I didn't want to stay in there for God knows what reason. So I'm quickly like shaking, like the locks like quickly done around my bike. I've put on my helmet, and I've started bolting down. And like during this time, I've called up Triple O, and I said, I've been attacked at Chermside bus station. I have incapacitated the attacker. I have fled the scene. Basically, I just told him he's injured, because I kicked him about twice in the groin area, and like it must have hurt pretty badly. He was screaming in pain, and then his shoulder and all that, and he was against the side of the wall, and he just wasn't moving after that. And so called the police. I did it anonymously. I didn't want to say my name this time, just in case. I don't know. I wasn't thinking straight. I'm on my bike. I'm just trying to go home. And yeah, that's basically what happened. I'm still like right now. I'm still shaking just thinking about it. Last night I didn't sleep at all. I think I got like 2 hours sleep in. I got home. I'm living by myself again. Still, my parents are coming in tomorrow night. I basically called up my parents straight away, told them what happened. They're like, "Fuck, are you alright?" Like, I'm like, "No, it's all fine. It's all fine. I'm not hurt. I didn't get cut or anything. I'm just shaky as fuck. Like, I'm still shaking thinking about it." And so yeah, basically, that is what happened. Um, I I felt the adrenaline in me just then talking about it, but yeah, no, that's the second time an incident that's happened at Chermside bus station where there's supposedly security, but they're never there anyways. They're always in the corner smoking completely on the other side of where they should be. Again, like, I don't know, but yeah, pretty fucked up night to be honest. I hope I didn't hurt that guy too much. He did pull a knife on me though, so I don't kind of regret the idea of my self-defense. I just kind of regret going that step further I basically, I don't know what I did to his shoulder, but it didn't sound very nice. And anyway, that's basically what happened to me, and holy shit. I'm probably going to stay away from Chermside bus station for a while now, at night at least, because I don't think that guy will be trying to mug anyone. Anyway, that is what I'm saying. I need to go to my cheats this morning, so yeah. Any questions, I'll be answering more about it in my Tumblr. But yeah, pretty screwed up evening.